Hey, hello there. Good evening. It is, of course, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, the Planet Cruise TV show. My name's Sean Ryan. I am rather excited because I've finally moved house so I can book a cruise now. It's been on hold, but I can now book a cruise. And tonight we've got phenomenal deals, like really affordable deals, and pound deposits and drinks package, all sorts, and a very special guest as well from Oceania. But,
I thought you meant me.
Well, no, you are special. Not as special as Lou from Oceania, but anyway, like to see you, mate.
How are you, mate? You good?
Oh, great, yeah. I'm really amazed at how low the price. I mean, it always great, but
there's some good ones out there. A couple of late deals as well for people that have just had enough. And I've done all my Christmas shopping now, got it all out of the way. So
you've even put your tree up, I saw.
Put my tree up already, yeah. There's been a backlash on Facebook at that one, but they've come back. And I came up to have my hair cut again up in Peterborough, and look what they've done to me again. Look.
I know, it's just like, it's getting shorter and shorter, isn't it?
Getting ridiculous.
But I know we've got a few shout-outs, haven't we, before we start the show?
Of course we have some shout-outs.
By the way, if you don't know Glenn, he does work for Planet Cruise. You'll be booking the cruises tomorrow.
We're back in at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm in the early one tomorrow. But we did the Celebrity Takeover show a couple of weeks ago, which was wonderful. Went back in the office, people booking, loads and loads of people booked with celebrities. Yeah. So,
talking of which, just before you start, Margaret and Richard have just come back from Celebrity Cruise.
Yeah.
Margaret and Richard Swan from Shropshire, and they loved it. They took my advice and
did go
aqua class, yes.
Lovely,
so thank you, just message me.
So I've got Anthony and Alison. They booked their Celebrity Far East cruise. So well done. Congratulations on that one. They booked that from the show. We've got Michael and Sarah. They booked the Constellation. They're off to the Med. Again, from the show a couple of weeks ago. Terry and Carol, they're still looking at their NCL cruise at the moment in South Africa. So I'm hoping if I give a mention, they might book with me in the next couple of days. So there you go. You know where I am. I'm back in tomorrow morning.
Trying to use his charm there.
I've got David and Rosemary Bicknell. They're off to the Caribbean with P&O. They're doing a 25-day wonderful cruise on that one, which is nice. We've got Robert and Helen Pittman. They're off to Japan with Celebrity as well. And then finally, Martina Sadler and her family, they're going off on P&O Norway. So they're going to the fjords next year. So Martina, say hello to you as well.
I've got one more shout-out. Sarah Prendeville just messaged me before the show, and Sarah's booked a Christmas Costa cruise. And we've actually got Costa on the show tonight.
We have got Costa on the show.
Sarah, well done.
There you go.
Now, we've also got the brand new Planet Cruise. I always want to say brochure.
Brochure.
Brochure, can I say that?
The brochures are out.
But it's very nice, isn't it?
It's very nice, yeah. And these brochures, you know, we send them out to people and they love them, and they start flicking through, and then people say, I'm looking at page number 28, so they give us a call. But yeah, we've got the brochures out at the moment.
And how do you get hold of one then, Glenn?
So basically, you can just register with Planet Cruise, go onto the website, register, we can send you the brochures on there for you. I mean, the website is the main thing that we use. Yeah, on there, so request a brochure. But again, if you want an actual hard copy, a lot of people like having the actual brochure still in front of them, go online and you can actually do that as well.
Yeah, so brilliant. Right, we'd better begin though. So, a fantastic lineup. And we're going to start, now this is amazing, we're going to start off with MSC. 12 nights, Eastern Caribbean. We're just saying the weather's getting really miserable.
It's starting to go, isn't it? Yeah, we've had a not too bad sun this week, but you can feel it starting to go down.
And you'll start thinking, I need some sun.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Now,
I hope you're packed, ready to go.
Well, we've got, one of the dates is actually next week, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, you know, some people sit there with most people watch the show with a glass of wine. I think they need the wine to get through the hour with us. And they might sit there and say, do you know what, we've had enough, we just want to get away. And look at the prices we've got on some of this.
I know. So we've got dates 18th of November, 28th of November, 879 for the 28th
And that includes your flights, remember?
And that's a free upgrade to the balcony, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And flights.
Exactly.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, the MSC Divina was actually named in honour of Sophia Loren. That's what it was,
yeah.
So that was when it was launched. Again, £550 million they spent on this vessel. It is stunning. And again, if you want to do the Caribbean, you've got a great chance to do that.
And this does include, by the way, a one-night stay in Miami, but you can actually upgrade and do a total of 2 nights from just £100, can't you?
Well, you can do as long as you want, really, to be quite honest. I would say if you're going to go over there, Miami's a wonderful place to go and see anyway. You know, and just before you start the cruise, what's nice to relax, have a couple of days. We've packaged with 1 or 2, but you can have 3 and 4, as many as you want.
I mean, honestly, it's just ridiculous value. But let's start off with Miami then. Love Miami.
Yeah.
I always people watch that. It's fascinating.
And again, when we tend to do our beach stays down there, we use some hotels like the Pastana, which is down on South Beach. They're normally Art Deco style hotels. So it really gets you in the feeling of it. And as I said, if you're going down there and you're going to have your holiday, why not have a couple of days and extend it for a little bit? There's plenty of stuff to do there. Take maybe one of the Everglade tours or just wander along Ocean Drive. There's lots and lots of stuff to do. But again, that's just the start of the package that we have.
And then you embark the beautiful MSC Divina and a 10-night cruise around the Eastern Caribbean. Let's take you on board.
Now again, MSC is becoming so popular. Again, they're bringing out new ships over the next couple of years. As I said, Divina is a beautiful ship. It was launched in 2012, 140,000 tonnes. But again, all their vessels are spectacular. Now again, when it's based out of Europe, it's more of a European feel. When of course you go out to the Caribbean, again, you're going to have not only Europeans but Americans on as well. So it's a bit more of a mixed bag when you're on board itself. But again, you can see Keith there having a bit of ice cream, but you've got great shops. You've got
quite a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, quite a lot, yeah. But again, great restaurants on there. And what I do find with MSC, compared to some of the other ships, the prices are very good as well. Again, things like drinks packages on board you can add if you wanted to. But again, if you want to dine in the specialty restaurants, the shows, very cosmopolitan, very European and very modern.
I mean, it doesn't get better than this, does it? Flights included, of course. You're getting a balcony, which is really lovely when you go around the Caribbean. 879.
And a lot of people say to us, they want, you know, when they go to the Caribbean, obviously it's an expense, and they tend to go with the inside cabin just to save the money. But if you can have an 879 for a balcony, wonderful to sit out there and just soak up the rays.
And that lead date, say, is the 28th of November, where it's going to be really miserable by then.
And as I say, you can either go out there before you do your Christmas shopping or get it all out the way and then relax and know that you've got that nice build up to Christmas.
Glenn mentioned the drinks packages. My eyesight's not very good, but I can read that at the bottom of the screen. They start from just £30 per person per night as well.
Yeah,
so
and again,
even if you want full drinks, it's not a lot extra.
We always talk about drinks packages, we always joke about it, but again, £30 per person per night is not a lot of money if you have a few cocktails and glasses of wine. Remember, that's your soft drinks and your coffees as well. And to be quite honest, if you're not drinkers, you're not big drinkers, don't bother adding it on, just pay as you go, but you've got that option to include it all in the price.
By the way, forget that inside cabin, because that's not yours. You're going to get an upgrade to a balcony.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the problem is, once you've done a balcony, you never want to go back to it inside, so you might spoil yourself on this one. But what's wonderful about this one, I always think it's nice to have a couple of sea days just to chill out and relax, just take it easy, cruising around the Caribbean, soaking up the rays, because you're going all the way down from Miami, all the way down to the British Virgin Islands, which is Tortola. Used to go there a lot when I was cruising with Ocean Village. We used to go there every other Thursday. Wonderful destination. Go over to places like Cane Garden Bay. You've got the Virgin Gorda. You can take the boat trip over there. You can go, that's Virgin Gorda there. It's beautiful. You can also go on the open-sided buses, do a bus trip round there, maybe take a catamaran out, go Treasure Point snorkeling. Wonderful opportunity in that part of the world. And as I said, Tortola is a beautiful destination just to start your cruise. We'll then move on to St Kitts, and I always say St Kitts, probably the main thing people do there is the railway. That normally runs 2 or 3 times a day. And I was talking to someone about it the other day. I would say, if you want to do the railway, probably pre-book it, because there's only so many seats, you don't want to miss out. And it's almost like a different way of doing an island tour. But you've also got Brimstone Hill. You can go over to the island of Nevis. You can go and play golf at Royal St Kitts. There's plenty of stuff to do there. And again, the town, as you can see there, is right in front of you, so you can just wander off the port area and just wander around. But try and maybe do the railway in the morning and a bit of a relax in the afternoon. Antigua's one of my favourite destinations in the Caribbean, famous for its beaches. Of course, you've got catamarans, you've got the excellent catamaran to go out. You can actually do a point up to the hills. You can go over to St John's British Naval Dockyard, so the British influence there as well. But wonderful destination. If you're into your beach resorts and you're into just swimming and snorkeling in paradise, it's a great chance to do that. But again, very similar on most of these ports are called. You actually dock right in the port area there. But I do think that the port areas are fine, but you want to get out and see the island, so probably take a tour here. Then we go into Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe's still a bit of a different destination to some of the other ones that we go to. Again, it's a French island, so you've got that French influence. Very different from Antigua, maybe Barbados. But here, do some active tours. Take a quad bike out. You've got the electric tuk-tuks. Even going in canyoning, you can go to the chocolate making workshop. They've got the cocoa there, which you can do that as well. And of course, you can also do a bit of whale watching, which is popular around that destination, depending of the time of year you go. We're then going to one of your favourites.
It is one of my favourites, yeah, St Martin.
I always find it's really bustling, really busy in St Martin. And again, with this one, you've got the French and the Dutch side. Most people tend to stick on this side, on the Dutch side. I would say take a trip over to the French side. Very different.
I prefer the French side slightly.
I think it's better because it's packed with cruise ship passengers on the Dutch side. So you go over the hill to the French side, a little bit quieter.
Right, it is a bit quieter, yeah.
I know it's something you shouldn't say. It's a little bit posher and a little bit more cafes.
I was thinking that. I was going to say it, but it is, yeah, it's a bit more.
You know, if you go into the centre of St Martin in the Dutch side, you see cruise ship passengers everywhere. You go over that hill, and it's a little bit more.
It's a bit more sophisticated, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And actually, the island's really small, so it's not like you're travelling miles. I can't remember the exact size, but think about 26 miles or something.
Yeah,
like
just
that,
give
isn't
yourself
it?
time always to come back, because
Yeah, of
traffic's always a bit of a nightmare in St Martin. But go over to that French side, then come back to the Dutch in the afternoon. Then again, nice 2 relaxing days at sea. Sit on that balcony, have a drink with your drinks package before heading back into Miami and your flight back.
This one will sell really quickly.
It will
tonight,
sell,
won't
yeah,
it?
yeah, it will.
Right, price-wise, see, if I could get a holiday, I'd do this, but I don't think they'll let me.
Not just before Christmas.
No, I don't think they will. I can ask. So anyway, we've got... now, the lead date is actually the 28th of November, but we have got availability on the 18th of November, so literally just over a week away there. We've even got dates for Christmas, and bear in mind you will be away over Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
But even if you did the 9th, literally you're coming back, I think, sort of the day or two before Christmas on there. Look at the price, $929 for a balcony.
And in terms of what's included, by the way, so much. You get a free inside to balcony cabin upgrade. So everyone that's booking tonight will get that balcony. You also get the pre-night stay in Miami before you cruise. But if you want 2 nights, you can do that from just £100 per person.
That's worth doing. That is really worth doing. Yeah, definitely worth doing.
All-inclusive drinks are from just £30 per person per night. They're really good when you bear in mind that's all your drinks. Return flights based on London. We have got, though, Manchester and Edinburgh flights available as well. And the itineraries and duration, they differ slightly just depending on departure dates, so just call for details. What a great start to the show, though. And say, don't go anywhere because... oh, hang on. No, you've moved back, because that's not me.
It's that good a deal, I've had to move away from you. I thought it was you.
Thinking, why has it moved back? Right, so this is a brilliant last-minute deal, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a 7-night Western Med from Valencia to Barcelona. Now, this goes next week, so make sure you're packed up for this one. But we do like... You know, we always say to people, late deals with cruise ships don't occur as often as they used to, but we do have some. And this is on the Meraviglia, which is one of the new ships.
Oh, yeah.
ID 194522. This is return flights based on London. They will be based on London. Transfers are not included on this one, but we can add them all for you if you wanted to. If not, just take a taxi. It's probably a cheaper way of doing it anyway. And then you can also add a 2-night stay in Barcelona for just £100 per person. So if you think you could turn that into 9 nights for $499 start off.
Amazing, amazing value. But we have got a very, very special guest on the sofa right now from Oceania. We're talking about... This is a cruise company who I cruised with about 2 years ago now. Best friends Hayley and Sean. They've cruised with Oceania twice.
They never get off the ship.
They haven't got off the ships. They got off once on the last cruise and not at all the first time. The standards, the quality are amazing. And what's really special tonight, it's a rare opportunity to cruise out of Southampton. This only happens once in a blue moon. Lou, lovely to have you back.
Hello, hi.
First of all, an amazing deal tonight. But we're going to be cruising out of Southampton. And as I just mentioned, that never happens with you, does it?
This is a dream come true for Oceania Cruises. We've listened to everybody's feedback. We've heard that the guests want a cruise out of Southampton. And so for 2020, we are delivering... well, we've got 2 dates as well.
So just 2 dates, we should say.
Yeah, 2 dates with this itinerary.
And they are selling really quickly already, aren't they?
Oh, my goodness,
they really
are. So we went on sale about 3 weeks ago, and the success of these ex-UK, it is just phenomenal.
Now, we should say, and we are going to talk about this amazing company, because, you know, we're talking about a completely different league here.
Yeah.
But... we only need a 10% deposit tonight, don't we?
Yeah.
And is that fully refundable, did you say, as well?
Yeah, no, the beauty of this is that this cruise is leaving in 2020.
So it's quite a way away.
It's a way away. And so what we've done is we've put a fully refundable deposit in place up until 120 days prior to the departure.
Great.
So it's that peace of mind. But, you know, get in now, lock in the cabin, lock in the price, because these prices will go up, lock in the 10% deposit.
And I suppose the other thing as well is if they decide to change the sailing with Oceania, you can just move that deposit.
Yeah, we can just make a change, absolutely.
But the prices are amazing.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about your amazing ships and your amazing company. We're going to have a little look right now.
Oh, fantastic. So this is our beautiful Marina. She looks after just 1,250 guests. There's 800 staff to look after you on board. We don't have any kids clubs on board. There are no photographers. This is just relaxed elegance. You are going to dine in a variety of beautiful restaurants at no additional charge. All of your soft drinks, bottled waters and specialty coffees are included. It's a wonderful, intimate feel. There are no lines, there are no queues. You're going to just enjoy sumptuous accommodations, and the service will be second to none with our wonderful staff members on board.
We are talking as a completely different league and class, and the food. I mean, you are known to have the best food at sea, and that is so true, Glenn, isn't it?
No, it's true. I mean, as I said, I think you know, people book a lot of cruises with us, you know, but I would say once they've gone on Oceania, then they've tried the cuisine, they've tried the food. I don't think there's anything else that touches it, to be honest, really.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a lovely position. This is an upper premium experience, and, you know, having the opportunity to have a cruise of this kind of standard on your doorstep. The food is a highlight for us. We spend a lot of money on food. It's our key selling point. We've won every food award in the UK this year.
Yeah, I mean...
And it's just... no, we didn't win Bake Off, but we could have.
Well, we will talk more about Oceania, but let's just also give you an idea of this itinerary, because it's very rare to cruise out of Southampton. There's just 2 dates, aren't they?
Yeah, so we've got the 2 dates on here. So we're going to start out from Southampton. Now, altogether, this is a 10-night package. So what we normally say to people is, obviously, stay at the Holiday Inn Winchester the night before.
Yes, of course.
Remember, yeah, it's £95 per person per night, and that would give you your night stay, your transfers to and from the port, and also, of course, your transfers and the night stay there, plus your parking, which is great. Then we move on to the actual ports of call. So we're going to go across the water. We're going to go into Honfleur, which is a wonderful, wonderful destination. A lot of the time we go into places like Le Havre, but this is right into Honfleur, and it's a wonderful destination. Even the sail in and out is spectacular, but when you're in Honfleur, you get that real French vibe. You've got the market there. You've even got the carousel that you can jump on, but just sit back, relax. And of course, your destinations you can go out to. You can go out to places like over to the Bay of Tapestry, you can go over to Monet's house. Some really, really strong destinations, plus of course, going into Paris if you want to. We then go into Saint Malo, so as we're going along the coastline there, and again, as I said, with this wonderful European cruise, again, the sailing is spectacular. Great destinations to go and see. Obviously, we're going over to Brittany. You've got the Silo Beach, of course, Normandy as well. Wonderful excursions to go on to. And as I said, spectacular scenery as you go out, seeing the castles and the gîtes there as well, which is really, really beautiful. We then go down into Brest. Now, again, they've got the Maritime Museum here. Actually, some of the sales staff went on a cruise the other week and ended up in Brest. It was a change of port of call. Didn't really know much about it, and they said it was just wonderful. They just wandered into town, sat back in the cafes, did a bit of people watching. They said it was absolutely spectacular, and they really, really enjoyed that. We then go down into La Rochelle, which again is becoming a popular destination as we just head down that coastline. And again, with this one, we just tell you to go and get lost in the town, wander around. You can do the excursions, you can go farther afield if you want to, but again, if you just want to wander and meander off for the day, you've got great views there in La Rochelle. Then we go into Le Verdon and into Bordeaux, and in Bordeaux we are going to have the overnight, but again, maybe hire a bike, go along the coastline, maybe take a trip out to some of the beautiful, beautiful destinations to see there, and you've got wonderful beach and scenery there throughout the whole destination.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Then we go into our favourite, which is Bordeaux, and of course going into the wine area. And again, if you're into your wine tasting, you'll see the vineyards there as well, which is spectacular. Now, they have great excursions going out to the city tours and places like that, but I would say if you can, out into the vineyards as well, out into that area there, try some of the local wines. And of course, I think we can also bring the wines back on board and store them for you.
Yeah, bring as many bottles as you like.
Lovely. There you go.
Music's to my ears.
So you've got an overnight there, so you basically, that is wonderful. So you can go out, and you really can go out even in the evening if you wanted to, and have a look around from there. Then we go down into, with the rich and famous, down into Biarritz, and again you can sit down there in the south of France. A wonderful destination. I said a lot of these destinations you can just go and do people watching, but again you can take tours out all the way along the coastline here. But again, Biarritz is a place that not many of the cruise ships go into. They go into other destinations along the south of France, but Biarritz is somewhere a little bit different, maybe you've not been to before. Then down into Bilbao, and again here you've got the Guggenheim Museum. You can go off to San Sebastian, you can do a walking tour, maybe try some of the fine Spanish wines that they have in this area as well, and of course you'll have your picture taken with the flower dog. But a wonderful destination. The ports of call you can really do as much as you want. You can go off and wander around and take it easy, or you can get more immersed and go further afield out on some of the excursions.
Then a final day at sea on board this absolutely beautiful ship, and then back of course to Southampton. And this is the Marina. This was the ship I was on board.
Yeah.
She was amazing, beautiful.
She is gorgeous. She was built in 2011. That's when she had her debut. We spent $650 million building her.
Wow.
And it's she's a very special. Here's some of the wonderful restaurants. We've got beautiful Jacques. We also have Toscana, which is gourmet Italian food. La Reserve, which offers wine and red ginger.
And all of these are included, aren't they?
They're all included. So, you know, table for two, never a problem.
Now, we're going to give you so many freebies tonight, so definitely book while all these are available. So, forgot to mention, every single one of you will get a free case of wine with every booking. We're also going to include, and these are exclusive to us, free gratuities and an extra $200 onboard spend per stateroom. But everyone will also get free Wi-Fi, and then you choose, would you like free drinks or $400 onboard spend, or even excursions as well. Itineraries that vary slightly just depending on departure dates, and we've got additional onboard spend on the 7th, which would be an extra $150 instead. Should say the 10% deposit is refundable, as Lou said. But also, Glenn, you can pay in instalments for this, can't you?
Yeah, so that's another thing. Again, with these 2020 sailings, they're so popular now. So, you know, you're sitting on the couch tonight thinking, oh, £2,300, you know, I haven't got that just sitting in the bank. You can pay a small deposit today of 10%, get it reserved, and then again, you can then pay that off over the next 12 instalments, which makes it nice and easy.
Yeah,
and then 16 weeks before will be your balance due.
Now, Lou, price-wise, a lot of these offers are going to finish, aren't they?
Yeah, so we anticipate that this will be pretty full by the end of the year. So the prices will increase on this cruise on the 1st of December. You're also going to get the free parking, which is valid only for the next few weeks. So get booking, and then you can take advantage of the free parking in Southampton as well.
Luke, final word. I know we'll have many viewers tonight that maybe haven't experienced Oceania. Those that have will be booking right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what would you say?
It is just a dream come true. If you have a special occasion in 2020, if you want something a little bit more intimate, you want great service, ambiance, fantastic food and this lovely destination, then come with us.
And I remember no queues, no pushing, lots of space per passenger. And actually really nice and relaxed as well.
Yeah, I mean, even the balcony rooms, you're going to get a bathtub, a separate shower, a tranquility bed, Bulgari toiletries.
I mean, it's
you know, it's all those tiny details that make it special.
Yeah. Lou, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I think we're going to be really busy for that, actually, but we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
If not, have a great Christmas, won't you?
I will do.
Right. Honestly, that one is amazing. Anyway, something for everybody tonight, and a wonderful itinerary coming up next with Costa Cruises. Now, this is a 12-night Thailand and Cambodia and Singapore stay for under £1,100. Amazing, isn't it? You're going to get to see some incredible places. But we're going to start off flying you to Singapore, aren't we, Glenn?
Now, I would definitely have to say that Singapore is probably one of our most popular destinations we go to, especially for sort of pre and post cruise. And again, we're doing so many of these Far East cruises at the moment, and most of them have a stay in Singapore. Now, what I would say is we've packaged this with 3 nights. I think, to be quite honest, you can do as long as you want in Singapore, really, but 3 nights would give you enough chance to go and see the main sites.
When I was in Singapore, I only had a day, and it was not long enough.
It's not long enough.
It really wasn't.
100%. We'd always say to people,
you have to go back now.
Well, exactly. There you go. Well, there you go. 1099. You can go on this one. But what's so good about that? I mean, you've got Singapore Zoo, which you can do during the day and night time as well. You've got the Marina Bay Sands, which is the new hotel with the infinity pool at the top, and that's one of the big attractions. The other thing, of course, is raffles, famous if you've ever fancied a Singapore sling, of course, where that's originated. Shopping's great there. It's the cleanest city in the world. The one thing I would recommend going to is the Gardens by the Bay. That's a new thing. We talk about it quite a bit. It's a bit like, the only way I can describe it is go and Google it. It's the Eden Project, but in Singapore, and then you've got all the gardens around it and all that, the whole area to go and wander around. 3 days is You'll be pushed to do everything in 3 days.
I keep looking at that price. When we normally do, you know, similar itineraries as this with the cruise, you're normally talking about a price starting
15, 16, 17.
Yeah,
it's about that sort of price.
To, you know, 2,000 or so.
Exactly, yeah.
This is just over £1,000.
Yeah, and that includes your flights, remember, as well.
Yeah.
And again, with the flights, I mean, depending on where we're going, we're out of Singapore, so to be quite honest, we've based it on London, but there really shouldn't be that much difference going from Birmingham, Manchester, Newcastle, Glasgow. If we use Emirates on one of those lines flying you out, really shouldn't be much supplement on that.
Well, let's start with the cruise then. So we've had our 3 nights in Singapore, and we're going to embark the Costa, Fortuna for 7 nights.
And what's nice about this one, we don't feature Costa very often, but they are wonderful, wonderful ships. I think people have got an image of them. They're Italian cruise line, but once you go on them, look at them. They're the way the ships are. They're really modern, they're really deluxe. Again, a little bit similar to MSC. When they're based more out of Europe, they are a lot more European. Again, this part of the world, you'll get, again, multinational. Of course you will, multinationals on there as well. So you get a lot of the Brits, you'll get Europeans, you'll get Americans coming over. But it's wonderful. You've got all the facilities on board. This is a 7-night cruise. It's a big ship to explore in 7 days. But again, you've got great shows, good restaurants in the evening. And again, the prices on board are really, really good. The other thing, again, going on about drinks packages as well. You can add on drinks packages here. You can have one with meals. So that's drinks in at £69 per person for the week. Or you can have the all-inclusive upgrade to £115 for the week. So that works out just under £20 per person per night.
Wow.
Not bad value, is it?
Honestly, this one, again, I said at the beginning of the show, the value tonight is absolutely incredible. And what a great time to actually visit this part of the world. You know, middle of January when it's all absolutely hideous.
We'll talk about this weather coming in, but I think people, again, you know, a lot of people are focused on Christmas now and starting to get ready for that, but January is a really, really popular time to go away. And again, see, this is the Gardens by the Bay here. This is what I'm saying to you, the futuristic destination. You've got that site there, but as I said, you've got your Marina Bay, you've got Raffles and all those sort of things to see, but we've given you 3 days on there. So, of course, we embark the ship and then we have just a chill-out, relaxing day at sea, which you'll probably need after 3 days in Singapore, to be quite honest. Take in the facilities, go to some of the restaurants and just relax. Then we go on to a destination I've been to a couple of times on holiday. Again, wonderful Koh Samui. Now, here in Thailand, again, if you've never done Thailand before, great for beaches. This is a real water person's paradise. Snorkel, swim, scuba dive. You've also got the temples to go and see. So depending on whether you want to go more water-based or more cultural, you've got the chance to do that. But that is a beautiful destination. I've holidayed there twice myself. We then go to Lam Shabang. Lam Shabang, probably people don't know where Lam Shabang is. It's the gateway then to go into Bangkok. It takes a couple of hours drive to get from Lam Shabang into Bangkok. But again, you've got the Grand Palace. You can take a junk boat up the river. You can go to the markets. You can sample the temples. And, of course, the shopping and the general oversight of Bangkok.
And we are actually
overnight,
and that is good, because honestly sometimes it's a bit of a rush in a day, isn't it?
Yeah, and as I said, you're about 2 hours from Lam Shabang into Bangkok, so it's good to have that overnight. But again, brilliant destination to go to, capital Thailand. Great opportunity there to again more immerse yourself in the culture, which is great, and do some great shopping, which we always used to do there. Then we're going Chinooksville. We always say that wrong, don't we? We always get that wrong. Someone will comment on that.
Yeah, I was going to say the emails will be coming in now, Glenn.
Yeah, but that's going into Cambodia. Again, if you've not been here before, you've got the city beach there. You can go stunning beaches around this part of the world. You've also got exciting activities. You've also got the Kaba Clay waterfall, which is beautiful to go and swim in. You've got the markets, you've got the temples, and some of the tours they do there as well. If you go on one of the half-day tours, they actually take you to some of the local homes, so you can see some of the local homes of the locals, and of course into the primary schools to meet the children. So there's some really, really nice tours to do there. And again, might be your only time you ever go to Cambodia, so you get a chance to do that as well. And then a nice, relaxing day at sea before heading back into Singapore for your flight home.
Now, I've actually visited a lot of those ports and destinations, and it really is. It's a wonderful, say, itinerary, this one. You get to see and experience so much.
Yeah, you do. It's really good.
And, you know, going back to the price, you know, work out the value of the 3 nights in the hotel in Singapore, work out the value of the flight, and then a cruise included.
Yeah, but if you look in a minute on the price slide, look how much it is to go to a balcony, so we'll show up there in a minute.
Oh, you're right, it's not a lot more.
No.
He's jumping ahead, hang on.
I know, but
so, you're right.
I'm preempting them.
Yeah, the balcony price is really good on this. So, yeah, you will get your 3 nights stay in a 4-star hotel in Singapore. That would be perfect. 7-night cruise on board the Costa Fortuna there. Drinks on this now, I think this is amazing. If you just want drinks with meals, that is only £69 per person. So that's what?
So that's a tenner a day.
Yeah,
tenner a day.
£10 a day. If you'd like to go fully all-inclusive, those prices start at just £115 per person. Now, we have got alternative itineraries going to Malaysia there. Just ask us and call for details. And return flights based on London, but you have got regional flights as well.
Yeah, I'm sure if we're doing other flights like Manchester, Birmingham, they won't be that much more.
Right, Glenn, balcony time.
Here we go.
Are you ready for this at home? So the price for the balcony, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll let them know. 1249.
1249, £150 extra.
£150 extra.
To go for a balcony. Yeah.
That is worth it.
So if you break it down, if you have the full all-inclusive drinks package and have a balcony, you're looking at about £13.60, £13.70.
So definitely do that. Or if you wanted to go for the outside, that's just £100 more as
Exactly.
well. That is phenomenal value, isn't it?
Really good. But you're not going to do the outside. If you're going to do it, you're going to go up to the balcony.
Now, we have got a fabulous cruise coming up next with Norwegian Cruise Lines. But, oh, hang on though.
I'll sit near this.
Are you going to stay there this time? Right,
Scared me last time.
We've got a last-minute special. And this is from, let's have a look at this. This is from just come in. This is from Fred Olsen.
Yep.
On board the Balmoral. Now, we've actually got an upgrade to a suite, a free balcony upgrade to a suite. So the suite price there is just £775. It's a lovely 5-night into the heart of Amsterdam and Antwerp from Southampton there. So obviously no flying whatsoever. And do you know, I've never been to Amsterdam.
Have you never been?
Never been. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
But look at the single price as well.
That's come down.
That has come down. Now the only thing I think we're missing on there, if I'm looking at that right, is the date.
Oh,
we haven't got the date on there.
Well spotted.
So, yeah, we'll get the...
I've got a feeling it's... Don't quote me on this, but I think it's November. Or is it the 8th of December?
8th of December. 8th of December.
8th of December.
They're trying to get so much information, they just forgot to put the date.
Well spotted, Glenn.
Thank you very much, is what I do.
So, yeah, 8th of December. Right, the ID number for this one as well is 141642. So, 141642. It's the 8th of December.
But that single price, there's only going to be a few cabins at that single price. So, again, if you want that, get that quickly.
Well, my producer said that's already going, so, yeah, I'm not surprised. Anyway... Tell you what, he's on the ball tonight, aren't you?
Nothing gets past me. I'm like
it really doesn't, does
ninja.
It? Right, what's coming next? Oh, I mentioned Norwegian Cruise Lines. Do you know, this is a ship I've always wanted to cruise on, the Epic. I've seen her so many times in various ports.
Loads of our staff have been on it,
and you said they...
Yeah, they loved it. I mean, when it was originally built, it was the 3rd largest cruise ship in the world. It holds 4,100 passengers. It's a big boy, 156,000 tonnes. But it's got so many facilities on there. And the dining, the freestyle dining, acrobats on board, really give it a vibe. And as I said, it is a buzzing ship all the time, and it's a very, very popular one.
Now, you regulars, you'll know this, what are my favourite 2 words?
All-inclusive?
All-inclusive. There's a premium. 3rd word that I love. Yeah, exactly, premium. This is premium all-inclusive.
Yeah.
So that's all your top shelf drinks.
All your drinks.
All your finest wines and spirits. But that's all your tips, isn't it?
All your tips as well. So they used to be about €9 a day or something. That's all included in the price.
And all your Wi-Fi then?
What? Yeah, everything.
Wow.
Really good deal.
So when you actually break it down, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So the price on the screen actually is all you're going to pay, isn't it? You know,
yeah.
Unless you choose to have other things. But generally speaking, that is all you need to pay. And it starts off with a flight to Barcelona, doesn't it?
Exactly, yep. So we've priced it there with a flying straight in and obviously joining the ship. But what I would do is I would probably stay a couple of days. We normally put people in like the Rambler. I normally put people in the Ramblers area because that's the way you want to be. But again, you've got the opportunity to fly in there and obviously, of course, go into Barcelona and explore it. But if not, straight to the ship and then, of course, straight onto the Norwegian Epic itself.
And let's take you on board with our wonderful Keith. Are you on there as well, Glenn?
I went with him.
I think you sneak in. Have a look at this.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten-free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. Or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile with dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. There are exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities, and balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
Yeah, I still want to go on this ship.
It's great. It's a fantastic ship. Really, really good. And this is like a proper Western Med cruise, because normally some of them are 2 weeks out of Southampton, but this is flying straight into Barcelona. You're right in there. So if you haven't got a long time to spare, maybe 8 or 9 days, so I'm saying do an extra couple of days in Barcelona at the start or end. But really, really strong ports of call on this one.
Well, so yeah, we flying into Barcelona. You got a first day at sea, and then it's Naples.
Then we go into Naples. Naples is. So many excursions to do there. Again, Naples itself, bustling, always busy, but I would definitely say probably a trip over to Ischia or Capri, go to Pompeii, Vesuvius. Unfortunately, having one day there is not really long enough for all the destinations to go and see, but a really, really great port of call to start with, and I would recommend that time of year to get over and maybe see Capri. That's beautiful. Then we go into Civitavecchia, gateway, of course, into Rome. Talk about Rome a lot. Again, you go into obviously the Sistine Chapel, the Vatican, and like I always say, whatever you want to see in Rome, go and do that first and then work your way back throughout the day. Trevi Fountain's had a lot of restoration work done over the last couple of years, so that's looking wonderful. And again, the whole time you walk around, it's just a great place to go and see, and even the back streets and the restaurants, great city. And as I said, you'll need more than one day, but we've given you that one day there in Rome. Then we go on to Livorno. Again, you can have trips over to Siena and Lucca. You can go to Florence and Pisa. And again, all of these destinations, there's so much to do in one day. You just need to decide what you're going to do. And I think a lot of these places you go to once and go, we'll go back there in the future. But Florence is always stunning, even if you go and look at the Duomo and Ponte Vecchio and then just going to have lunch in the centre of the square there. Not the cheapest place in the world, but you are in Italy, a great city to be in. Then we head back down to the south of France. We've already been there once today, but we're heading into Cannes. Of course, famous in May for the film festival. It comes alive. And again, we do have ports of call and the cruises around that time of year. But again, famous for the film festival. You don't stay in Cannes. You can go along the coastline, Monaco, Monte Carlo, Villafrance, San Rafael. Plenty of destinations to go there, but Cannes is not a bad place to spend the afternoon. And then back into Palma, Mallorca. With this place, go out and do a right into the centre of the town. I was there a couple of weeks ago. You've got the Gothic-style cathedral. We even did the train over to Soyer, did the wooden-style train, up into Valdemossa, which is wonderful, and maybe just take an island tour and go around. There's so much to see in Mallorca. Again, one of my favourite destinations. And then from there, back into Barcelona. So really, really strong ports of call for a 7-day Western Med.
And you're going to be on board the fabulous Norwegian Epic. I've cruised with Norwegian Cruise Lines 3 times. It's really enjoyed it.
They're really good. I mean, it depends what you want from a cruise ship, Sean. If you want formality, you want set dining, these are not the ships for you. If you want the freestyle dining, you want buzzing all the time. The restaurants, they've got so many speciality restaurants and all different acts on board with the aerialists. It's a wonderful, wonderful destination to go and see, but just very, very different from some of the other cruise lines that we're featured.
And so nothing is, you know, there are no formal, you know,
smart
nights,
casual every night.
Yeah,
and you know your drinks
oh, they get one by that.
Yeah, you got the ice bar.
Yeah.
You got your drinks. You got your tips included, which is always your big expense.
And that, you know, the value when you add up, you know, the premium all-inclusive drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi, really good on this one. Now we should say they've just launched a new offer today. So you're going to get, obviously, your all-inclusive premium drinks, and they really are the, you know, you imagine the top spirits, the top brands, fabulous wines, real, you know, really top-shelf stuff. And then a new offer that's just started today, up to $500.
Yeah, depending on the stateroom that you have. So obviously it scales up as you go up the staterooms, but top suites on there $500. But that's also going to be another thing to help the expense on board.
2-night Barcelona hotel stay. You can add that on from just £149 per person. All return flights are included and transfers based on London there. But we do have some regional flights available at a supplement. We should say as well, selected dates start with just £1 per person deposit.
Yeah,
as well,
so depending on how the package is going to be, the guys in the office will explain. Some of them are £1 deposit, some of them are going to be a little bit more depending on the flights.
Great. So do give us a call right now. It's a great show, isn't it?
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surprised you've not booked anything yet.
Oh, I might have. I might have been secretly booking online as I'm presenting. But these are the prices. And again, the balconies are great. Hang on, the mini suites aren't much more, are they?
No, but again, look at some of those dates as well. If you look at sort of June, July, August, the height of season, September's a lovely time of year to go now.
Yeah.
Really, really good price. And so you can tag on a couple of days in Barcelona. And as I said, the Epic is a wonderful, wonderful ship to go and see.
Now, my favourite slide.
Hey!
Here we go, our premium drink slide. And it is brilliant on this. I know I've gone about drinks. I am, you know, I'm joking, but yes, I do like to have my alcoholic drinks, but I love specialty coffees as well. I always start the day with a couple of those, you know, flat white or a latte, cappuccino. All your service charges are included as well. You get 60 minutes free Wi-Fi per person, amazing entertainment and unrivaled dining experience as well. So a phenomenal deal there. And the value added there, it says, works out, what, 1,200 per statement?
Yeah, because I say the drinks package used to be very, very expensive, but now they've got the premium all-inclusive on it. That's going to save you a lot of money.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now, I think it's time for a river cruise, don't you? And do you know, I'm going to tell you straight away, every time we feature Riviera Travel, I'm just looking here, the singles sell out like that. And we have got some incredible single prices tonight, but it will be first come, first served. I'm going to ask Glenn about this, because you booked the singles,
They don't have single cabins on board. So what they basically do is they take certain sailings and they take a couple of the cabins out for single supplements, so for the single cabins.
So literally just...
Yeah, so normally it's double. Normally you pay double. But what they do is they take a couple of cabins out for each sailing or for certain sailings. Once they've gone, you can still travel single, but you pay double.
Right.
Now, when we're in the office, we get a lot of single clients phone us up and say, yeah, well, can we call back tomorrow? Once they go, you more or less double the price. So you've got to be quick with it.
You need to get on the phone lines right now for the singles. Anyway, let's just relax.
So this is a lot different. If you look at the Epic we've just been talking about and then come back to a river cruise, this is what I'm saying, two completely different products. Now with this one, this was built in 2014. It has a huge amount of clients on board, 142 in total. And again, it is 5-star. It's a relaxing, moving scenery the whole time. Again, a few of our friends that book cruises have started booking the river cruises and they just find it a lot more relaxing. You haven't got 4,000 people trying to get off in certain destinations. All the time you can sit back, relax and just take in the beautiful views here. Now this is a wonderful one going down to Burgundy, the River Rhone and the Provence from Lyon. It's a wonderful destination to go and see. And again, if you're into your wine tasting, the vineyards, constant moving scenery the whole time, you've got a great opportunity to do this. Now again, we've got flights based on London plus overseas transfers. There are also flights available from Birmingham and Manchester. And again, if you didn't want to do that, we've also got rail available from St Pancras on selected dates. Not on all of them, but on selected dates on this one. So this one's going to fly you over to Lyon, or rail over to Lyon. And this one's quite nice, because it's a nice way to chill out. You're going to have an overnight on board. Now again, Lyon used to be France's second city. A wonderful opportunity. All the places we go into here have got spectacular Gothic-style buildings, Roman remains, great restaurants and cafes to go and just wander around. But again, you've got some stunning Renaissance building, you've got the imposing church, you've got the old town as well. Plenty of stuff, of course, to wander around. And as I said, you've got an overnight in there. All the river cruises, every time you dock right in the centre of town. So you haven't got to get shuttle buses, you wander off and come and go as you please, which is a nice way of doing it. We then go down in Chalon-sur-Saône and Bouin, which is...
Oh, that sounded good.
Thank you very much. It's like an episode from Hello Hello.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
was going to do the policeman joke, but I'm not going to do that. But again, this one here, you've got down into the Burgundy area, you've got the wine tasting, you've got the medieval and the Gothic style architecture of this part of the world, and as I said, it's just stunning. And again, you're going to stop at Chalon there and then on to Bouin. So you're going to have the two stops, stop one in the morning and one in the afternoon, which is quite a nice way to do. Then we move on from there, and as I said, we go into Bouin for the afternoon, and again, look at the old style building, like the old style hotels and courtyard.
Wow.
It's just wonderful. And again, of course, you've got the vineyards, and this will be obviously constant throughout the trip if you like your wine tasting. But again, all of these have got tours, walking tours a lot of the time, just to experience this part of the world. Whenever you do a river cruise, a lot of the destinations you go to aren't big destinations like we had on the previous package that we have. There's small villages and towns, which is wonderful just to go off and get lost for
and
the
all
day.
the excursions are included,
They
aren't
are,
they?
yeah. They have tours included, and then some optional ones you can add on if you wanted to. Then we go on to Rhone. Well, that's going to be completely wrong. And again, stunning scenery on this one. You've got imposing castles as you're sailing on one side, and on the other side you've got the vineyards on the hillside, which is really spectacular. And again, as you sail into this part of the world, just sit back on the top deck and just marvel that you're on one of these river cruises, just relaxing and take it easy. Then we're going to Riviera, and again here you've got a glimpse of the Alps in the distance. You've got Mediterranean-style houses, you've got pine and cypress trees, wonderful old-style buildings, and again it's just a complete contrast to where you've just been, and as I said, a great destination to spend the day. Then into Ariès, again a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You've got Roman remains, hundreds and hundreds of years of history with the amphitheatre that they have there, and again a chance to wander around with your guide, just bringing this whole destination to life. And also Van Gogh lived here in 1888, so again you'll have areas that he spent obviously painting, and of course where he lived as well. And then from there back into Avignon, you've got this overnight as well, and this is where the Pope's court moved from Rome in the 14th century, and again they built beautiful style buildings. You've got the Pope's Palace. It's a definite destination to go and see, but except for that, other buildings just to wander around and get lost. And as I said, the guides are with you all morning to take you around, so they really do bring these destinations to life. And again, of course, you've always got the earpieces to hear the guides, which is a great chance to hear as much information as you possibly can.
Now, as I mentioned, every time we've featured Riviera Travel, they sell, don't they? They sell out.
The product's 5-star, it's great, but it's also value for money. If you look at some of the other river cruises that feature, they're normally sort of topping up to the 2,000. This is starting at $12.99, and as I said, we do have a few single prices there for you as well.
So excursions, they are included at every point. We've got an exclusive deposit that starts from just £1 per person tonight as well. Return flights based on London, but we did mention rail is available on selected dates as well, and we've also got regional flights from Birmingham and Manchester just at a supplement as well. And some itineraries they do operate in reverse. Just again, call for details. Now, price-wise, this is what I said about the singles. Now, we've already had a sellout there in May of next year, but if you look at the 14th of October, the 21st of October...
They're the two dates I'm featuring, because if you look at the single prices there, for most of the other dates, you're more or less doubling everything.
Yeah.
And again, some of them are more than double because they haven't got the river views, they're only going to the French balconies. So that's why, if you're looking at the 14th or the 21st, they're the ones, if you're single travellers, you want to snap up.
We should say as well, the value of the suites is amazing, but again, we've already had several sellouts, haven't we?
Yeah, because people want them. But again, I would say if you're going to do a river cruise, you've never done it before, River View is obviously the leading grade that you go to. They're the smaller windows. If you can push the boundaries, try and go for a French balcony.
Anyway, we better move on because we've still got one final cruise. And it's on board the Queen Victoria with Cunard from Southampton. First of all, just before we show you this incredible itinerary, the Queen Victoria has had a complete wonderful refit, hasn't she?
I used to work on board Queen Mary, and they spent about 90 million on that because it's obviously a much bigger ship. I'm not sure how much they spent, about 40-odd million on Victoria. What's so good about Cunard with their renovations they've done over the last year or so, or remastering, is they've actually spent it aesthetically on there. So sometimes when they do these revitalisations or whatever you want to call it, they tend to do it all down in the engine room and you never see it. They've actually spent the money upstairs so you can see what they've spent the money on. It is beautiful. When I always talk to people on Cunard, I was on the Mary, and people love the Victoria. Victoria and Elizabeth are smaller ships in comparison to the Mary, but what you still find, and again, this is what I'm saying, in comparison to like the Epic, which is more full-on, more sort of like, this is more your formal, traditional cruising.
So a little bit more dressing up and
Yeah,
things, yeah.
first and second dining, they're quite strict on their formal nights. Again, you have the silver service, the white glove. What you have with Cunard, when I work for them, I was proud to work for them because of the history. So when you're down there, you'll walk past the old pictures of people sailing with them, famous stars. And again, you do feel a sense of pride about working for a company that's got so much history.
And we should say the itinerary tonight is actually one that we haven't seen before, isn't it?
Yeah, we do a lot of the Baltic capitals. Now, we've actually taken out places like Helsinki and Stockholm on this one and added on a couple of different ones.
Yeah.
So we'll run through that. But again, this one is definitely one if you're coming down to book the holiday in Winchester. Remember, £95. For 2 weeks, that includes your parking. So think of the value of money for that. That's second to none. We've got 2 days at sea just to sample the Cunard afternoon tea and the way they do their dinner in the evening. It's
the
wonderful.
ballroom dancing.
Exactly. Then we go to Oslo, which doesn't feature so often. So Oslo, one of the ones that a lot of people do is the hop-on, hop-off buses. You can also go to the Vigeland Park, which is a beautiful park. You've got the Parliament building there. And you've also got the Kon-Tiki and the Viking Museum. So if you want to get into the Nordic feel, but Vigeland Park's beautiful to just wander around. But I would recommend a trip out, of course, to the museums to find out a bit about the Viking culture there, which is very, very popular in this part of the world. Then we go down a relaxing day, and then we got Klaipėda. Now, again, that's probably said completely wrong, but this is going into Lithuania, which is what I'm saying to you. It's different destinations than some of these Baltic cruises normally go into. Now, again, here, you've got fantastic areas. This is where the Baltic Sea meets the Danube River. You've got just quite a little bit different German-style 18th century buildings. You've got the 19th century fort. You've got the wonderful museum to wander around as well, and great views as you sail in and out. So many of you probably haven't been into Lithuania before. Another country to tick off the map that you've been to. Then we head down into, instead of Stockholm, we go into Visby, which is one of the islands of Sweden. And again, you've got the city walls, the St Mary's Cathedral. A walking tour is wonderful here, again, to bring the place to life. And of course, botanical gardens.
I think it's the first time we've had Visby on the show.
Visby, yeah. Then we go down into Tallinn. We talk about Tallinn with the old style, cobbled streets, the local dressed up in the traditional costumes. I always feel a bit sorry for the tours in Tallinn because everyone prepares for St Petersburg the next day. To be quite honest, we're going to jump on the shuttle bus into Tallinn and just relax and take in a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Then we go into the highlight. We talk about St Petersburg a lot. We won't harp on this too much, but again, remember, you need to do tours here to get off in St Petersburg. Russia is the buzz place to go this year because of the World Cup from 2018. Everyone wants to go and visit it. Hermitage, Catherine's Palace, Peterhof Palace, Church of the Spilled Blood are the ones to definitely go and see there. Then we have a relaxing day, and then we're going into Gdansk, into Poland. And again, here we recommend the Tri-City. So Gdansk, Gdynia and Sopot are the three places to go and see. You've got the old town there. And again, many of you may have not been there before. So again, you get a chance to wander around there. Then 2 days at sea and then back into Southampton. A wonderful Baltics cruise.
Yeah, I really like
and
that.
less than £100 per person per night.
I mean, I started off the show saying what amazing value you had tonight. I think this sums it up and say the beautiful Queen Victoria is even more stunning, isn't she?
It's really, really good. As I said, they've done a lot of aesthetic stuff to the ship, and it looks wonderful.
Wow.
Giving it a spruce up, let's put it that way.
Right, let's show you what's included on this one. So, again, we've got an exclusive deposit tonight from just £1 per person. That wonderful overnight on board in St Petersburg. That'll definitely be one of the highlights. The itineraries differ slightly depending on the departure date. And you can also, now this is really worth doing on this one, add on that one night. They're holidaying in Winchester. Now, that's only going to cost you £95 per person. So from £95 per person.
14 nights is 140 quid. So you might as well have an extra night for £50.
I mean, and you eat breakfast, everything like that. So makes it easy. Just looking at the lead date there as well, that's a perfect time to go.
Beautiful time to go, yeah. It's going to be nice and warm as you saw from the football this year.
So yes, the 23rd of August. And price-wise, incredible on this. So you've got 2 August dates. The price is slightly lower on the 23rd of August, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I say there's not much in it, to be quite honest, but again, both nice time of years to go, and as I said, a wonderful destination with slightly different sort of Baltic capitals in it.
Wow. I know I said it earlier, but it's so nice I can finally book a cruise again. Now I've moved house.
How many hours have you got now? About 3 or 4?
What do you mean I've got 3 or 4? I've sold one house and I'm moving into another, that's it.
It's got to be done. Well, you come see me for a cruise then?
Hey, I reckon I'm going to go on a cruise. I'm looking at January, I reckon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To celebrate?
Oh, yeah, because, yes, I've got a big birthday, as you know, yes. Not thinking about that one at the moment. So anyway, we started off with MSC. Now, seriously, if I could get a holiday, I know the bosses won't let me, but I would do this. 28th of November, 879. We talk about the Eastern Caribbean, 12 nights. You get a free inside to balcony upgrade. This is a balcony at that price.
You
Amazing.
won't get cheaper deals to the Caribbean.
You won't
get
get
a cheaper deal.
That's one of the best we've had in the last 10 years. You get the night in Miami, but you can have 2 nights from just £100 per person, so 2 nights in total. And that all-inclusive drink starts from just £30 per person per night. We've even got flights from Manchester and Edinburgh available as supplement as well. That is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really good, that one. So that was our first one. Then we move on to our second, which was Lou going through Oceania. Now, this is a wonderful chance to sail out of Southampton. It doesn't happen very often. Going out the 25th of May or the 7th of August 2020. 192612 is the ID on this one. And again, the lead date's the 25th of May 2020. With this one, it's exclusive free case of wine with every booking, exclusive free gratuities and $200 on board spend per stateroom, free Wi-Fi and free drinks or $400 on board spend or excursions. Itineraries do slightly differ. Give the team a quick call on that one. And additional onboard spend differs for the 7th of April. And remember that one as well has got that non-refundable deposit. So you can book that today for 10%, and then again you can refund it or change it to another sailing.
That's great to have that opportunity, isn't it? Oh, then we had, look at this one now, we often feature similar itineraries to this, you know, Thailand and Cambodia and Singapore, but not at this kind of price. You're going to get 3 nights in a 4-star hotel in Singapore, so imagine what that would cost. Imagine your flights as well. A 7-night cruise on board the Costa Fortuna there. Now again, if you want to include drinks, well, drinks with meals, that starts from just £69 per person, that's a tenner a day, or go all-inclusive, and that starts from just £115 per person. We do have a different itinerary there, going to Malaysia, again, just call for details, and return flights based on London, but we can find you regionals as well there, and that's ID number 192279.
Then we move on to our next deal, which was Norwegian Epic. Again, very, very popular cruise line. Lead date on this one's the 3rd of November 19, but it does go all the way through the summer. And again, with this one, you've got on certain sailings a £1 deposit, but you've got premium all-inclusive with drinks, tips and Wi-Fi included in that one. New offer up to $500 on board spend per stateroom. You can have 2 nights in Barcelona for £149 per person. Return flights based on London plus overseas transfer. Regional flights, there will be a supplement. ID is 166215.
And then we had that wonderful river cruise with Riviera Travel. So these always are top sellers. And we are talking 5-star, aren't we?
5-star.
5-star. If you are a single person, a single lady, gents, getting right now, actually. Prices there starting from just £1,299 per person, and we have got that £1 deposit. All your tours and excursions are included there, and flights are also available from Birmingham and Manchester as well. And that's 173496. Beautiful places.
And then finally was that Baltics one, slightly different ports of call on this one. You've got the lead date on the 23rd of August. Again, this has got the £1 deposit on this one. Overnights in St Petersburg. So ships and itineraries differ slightly on the dates, so you can add on the holiday in Winchester. And again, with that one, the ID is 156273.
And now we did have those couple of late deals as well, didn't we?
Yeah, so they were.
There's the MSC one, wasn't there?
The MSC, that was the MSC one.
Which was $399.
$399, and that was going out there on the 15th of November next week. That's on the Meraviglia, which is the new ship, ID 194522.
That's a giveaway.
Yeah, based on London flights on that one, and that's £399.
If you can pull a sickie at work, go and do that. Yeah,
just don't go back to the tan.
Yeah. And then I'm only joking about that. And then you got the Fred Olsen Balmoral, amazing upgrades. This was for the 8th of December, don't forget. That's this year, obviously. And that was 141642. Great single price. Thank you to everyone. Glenn, thank you so much.
Pleasure, mate. No problem.
You're not with us next week, are you?
No, I'm going to go and find my hair now.
So just to next week?
Just to next week, and I'll be back the following week.
But I will see you next week with
Cheers,
Planet
guys.
Cruise. Lovely to have your company.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.